house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, golden grand piano, my beautiful studio. Ooh, you, ooh, I'd leave it all. My acres of land I've achieved. It may be hard for you to stop and believe, but for you, I'd leave it all. Ooh, for you, I'd leave it all. And give me one good reason why I should never make a change. Baby, if you owe me, then all of this will go away. My many artifacts, the list goes on. If you just say the words, I'll up and run onto you. Ooh, I'd leave you do.
So what are we gonna see today, Nam?
So today we're gonna see the Duomo in Florence, also known as the Santa Maria flower.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go. So the most famous part of the Duomo is the dome. It was made in the mid-15th century, almost 200 years after the Duomo was first created. What was revolutionary about this dome is the fact that the secret to making concrete was lost after the fall of the Roman Empire. And so buildings were made using flying buttresses. This dome was made using sand-sinking concrete on the innermost level and bricks on the outermost level. So to make it revolutionary, he used two domes on each other. What was also cool was the fact that Brunelleschi, when he built this dome, had a battle with another architect, and he left his plans incomplete on purpose to make sure his dome was going to be the one to be built. This is my favorite restaurant. It's the Osteria de Peccatori. It's known for their really good service and their really good food.
Hey, hello guys. I hope you missed when you see this.
So now you see we're at the restaurant. You can see the service is really nice. The area is really nice. People around it seem like they're having a good time. This probably has the best atmosphere of all the restaurants.
Hi, Mom.
Since this is my last time here, I decided to get the steak and fries. But normally I get the fettuccine alfredo and the posto. The posto is really good. It's beef with black peppers inside, and it usually comes with potatoes. Fettuccine alfredo is this right here. It's goat cheese, chicken, and peas, and then some noodles. It's really good. What do you like about this restaurant the most?
This restaurant has so many good qualities. Great food. If you have the meal vouchers, you get 2 different items off of the menu. They have great pizza, excellent calzones, and the staff here are really friendly and nice.
Food is absolutely chronic. Look, you get the poso, it's roast beef. This entire placemat is the menu, and you get 2 of whatever you want. It's beautiful. It's so good, and the food is off the chain. It's better than Il Teatro. Way better. It's better than the diner. It's better than anywhere you will go. Peccatori is like the mecca of food vouchering. Please go. They're great here.
The banana split I got. It has chocolate, strawberry, and vanilla. On top of some whipped cream and some chocolate sprinkles. Looks really good. This is one of the desserts you can get. So another great thing about this restaurant is if you stay and talk and chill for a long time, they'll end up giving you stuff like this just for free because they really appreciate the fact that you sit down and talk and just not be rude and just enjoy the atmosphere of the restaurant. I believe this is a shot of lemon stuff.
Limoncello.
Limoncello. I'm gonna drink it. Am I supposed to sip this or drink it?
Dude, you're supposed to sip it. I'll just, yeah.
My name is Johnny Fugarini, and it has been a pleasure to serve you for your term.
So, Pino's has been open for around a little over 20 years. But what most people don't know is he's only actually been serving sandwiches for about 10 years. And the reason that is because it was on a bunch of student recommendations that he started doing that. Which is probably explains why he's so nice to all the students and everyone who comes in here, and more than willing to talk in English to anyone who comes in. Every morning, Pino wakes up early in the morning to prepare all the food for the day. Everything is always fresh and made that day. He spends about 14 hours almost every day to make all the food in preparation for all the students and everyone else who comes in to eat his delicious food. It's really quite difficult to pick an actually favorite sandwich here because everything here is so good. Everything from the Casa to Pino's and the Magic ZBD are all phenomenal sandwiches. You're pretty much going to be surprised about how delicious the food is, no matter what you pick here. So probably one of the most interesting experiences that I've had here is when I started coming here, I would come here quite a few times. And basically, after a while, you know, people get to recognize you. And one of my most interesting moments was the fact that when I came in one of these days in the morning, as I usually do, Pino finally recognized me and said hi, and we had a nice little conversation. It's like these little things that sort of happen that sometimes have a really big impact on you. It really made me feel more like I was part of Florence, like I was part of being here. And I really enjoyed that sort of fact. And that was probably one of my more special moments here in Pino's, other than enjoying his delicious sandwiches every time I come here. Thank you. Alright, so now we're at the Ponte Vecchio, and Ponte Vecchio, if you don't know, means the old bridge in Italian. This bridge has been here, the specific version of it has been here since about the 1300s, and it was built by Taddeo Gaddi. Really, it's just a really nice place. You can see for yourself. It's quite beautiful. The water's shimmering. The air is quite nice. And generally the atmosphere, even though there's a lot of people, it sort of have its own vibrance, its own sort of life to it. It's a really nice place to go, grab a gelato, chill out, just people watch, and have a lot of just like interesting experiences. Right. So Ponte Vecchio, it used to basically be a place for fishmongers, butchers, and sort of greengrocers. And what we see now is a bunch of gold shops. And the reason for that is because Medici didn't want to have to smell any of those horrible smells. And it smelled really bad. You can imagine people having not only all these dead animals and dead fish all around, but also the fact that they had a lot of their garbage and waste piling up around here too. So what they ended up doing is changing everything into gold because one, it would make a lot of money, and two, it didn't have a smell. So, and it also added to the artistic ambiance that people were trying to go for in Florence. So we have all these gold stores now, and they're still around. A really funny story is when the first time we were here, I was with a group of people, and one of my roommates that I recently met basically didn't know that we had walked across that, which is understandable. We walked across it, and it basically looks like a street. So by the time we got around the bridge back over there, it was like, guys, where's the Ponte Vecchio? I thought we were gonna cross it. And we're like, dude, we already did. Like, we walked over like 2 seconds ago, and he's like, what? Like, what do you mean? Like, we're like, you can see it right over there. We crossed right over there. So, yeah, it was pretty funny. He didn't even notice.
That was you, Nam.
Guilty as charged.
The Bobley Garden.
What I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here. You can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air, like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel.
I think this is my favorite place that I've visited with my Uffizi pass.
Who's talking this and that? Well, give me all you got and don't hold it back. Well, I should probably warn you, I'll be just fine. No offense to you, don't waste your time. Here's why.
Everywhere you go, it's just beautiful.
If you feel like a room without a roof, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth, because I'm happy. Clap along if you know what happiness.
Like, I'm an outdoors person, so this place just really gets me. Yeah, like the views here are amazing, the flowers are awesome, there's trees and greenery everywhere. You can just really hang out with all your friends out here and just have a great time. Or if you just come here by yourself, it's just a great time just to like journal and everything like that. And it's really fun, so definitely recommend coming.
Bring me down, the love is too high. Bring me down, can't nothing bring me down. I said, because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy. Clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because
So the gardens were laid out for Eleanor di Toledo, the wife of Cosimo di Medici. Gardens here, they actually lack a natural water source, so to plant the garden, a conduit was built nearby the Arno River to feed water into the elaborate irrigation system. So these gardens are actually like very extravagant and lavish. Like during the time when the Medicis owned this palace, they didn't let anyone outside of their friends and families see the gardens. And what I found from researching is that they actually didn't have like any extravagant events outside or parties, which I thought was interesting because it seems like they would have a lot of that here, but no.
Another turning point, a fork stuck in the road. Time grabs you by the wrist, directs you where to go. So make the best of this test and don't ask why. It's not a question but a lesson learned in time. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life. So take the photographs and still frames in your mind, hanging on a shelf in good health and good time. Tattoos and memories and dead skin on trial. For what it's worth, it was worth all the while. It's something unpredictable, but in the end is right. I hope you had the time of your life.